Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be reacting to Mustang, everything you need to know up to speed. So yes, hopefully this video will be entertaining and quite informative. I enjoyed the last video with the Camaro, and yeah, I'm just looking to learn about different types of cars. So yeah, we're going to start reacting to some car stuff too. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy those videos as well. And yeah. Let's learn about the Mustang. We talked about it last time with Camaro and Mustang, where they were at war with each other, and to see who got the best pony car. And yeah, so we'll see what happens in this video. So this time we're gonna talk about the Camaro. Nah, oh my God, we're talking about the Mustang, one of the most American cars made. I hope the audio's better. I fixed it. It's been a while since I've recorded.
The new age of American sports car that continues to this day. It's more American than football, apple pie, and blissfully wasteful consumerism combined. It's also...
I said that. I said the Mustang was the most American car, dude. Because it is, dude. It really is. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like when I think of American cars, dude, I always say I say Mustang first and then like Camaro. I don't know what it is, but the Mustang is probably one of the most American cars America's ever produced. And then you have the Model T, one of the best cars.
So very likely that you've owned one or know someone who owned one. It's the Ford Mustang. Here's everything you need to know to get up to speed on the Ford Mustang.
Let's do it.
Let's get something out of the way right now. The Mustang is not a muscle car, or at least it didn't start out as one. When first sold in 1964, the Mustang was offered with 4 engines, the biggest being a 289 cubic inch V8, making a respectable 271 horsepower. Not exactly setting the world on fire, but that wasn't the point of the Mustang. The vice president of Ford Motor Company at the time, Lee Iacocca, wanted to give the American consumer a car that weighed under 2,500 pounds for under 2,500 bucks. He also wanted to design and produce the car in a year and a half. This kind of timeline was unheard of back then and would still be impressive today. Iacocca saw an untapped market for a 4-seat, 2-door sports car, and he wanted to get it to market before anyone else. To save money on design and production costs, Ford used the chassis from the Falcon, their family sedan. Now, according to Iacocca, the Mustang's iconic long hood and short deck.
Wow, it looks like a giant Johnson.
I said deck. Were inspired by European.
No, I heard you. I wasn't thinking about the other word. Maybe.
The era. Iacocca also credited the Chevy Corvair Monza with the idea of including bucket seats and a floor-mounted shifter. He debuted the Mustang at the 1964 World's Fair in Flushing Meadows, New York, and on the very same day, dealerships opened their doors with the new car in their showrooms. That's insane.
It's insane.
Ford
Crazy.
sold 22,000 Mustangs on the very first day. A huge part of Mustang's initial success was Ford's marketing campaign towards young baby boomers. This was, of course, before they ruined the world. The youthful flocked to the dealerships to get their hands on the sportiest cars around. The Mustang's launch could not have been better. The only thing stopping Ford from selling more Mustangs was their ability to build more of them. Ford pumped out 1,200 cars a day, and even that wasn't enough to keep up with them. In its first year of production, Ford sold over 400,000 Mustangs and made over $1 billion.
Woo!
$1 million?
It was undeniable. The Mustang was a success.
Yep. Just how we're gonna produce more.
Back to the facts. In 1960,
Kind of reminds me of what happened with the Nintendo. No, not the Nintendo Switch. Like the PlayStation 5 is like it sold well, but if we can't make it, we can't sell it. Kind of reminds me of that.
a man with a girl's name.
My name's Carol Shelby, and performance.
The Shelby.
Carol
The Shelby.
Literally. He woke up in the middle of the night.
Wake up!
And wrote down a name. He woke up the next morning and saw Cobra scrawled across his notepad.
The Shelby Cobra.
289 V8 to make 35 more horsepower, and then he put it back in his 65 Mustang. Then he gave it blue racing stripes. It was the birth of a legend. The GT350 was a race car for the street, and that wasn't just a marketing gimmick. The car actually competed in the SCCA Production B class and ended up winning the championship 3 years in a row. The hype was real, and in true race car fashion, Shelby offered the car for nearly double the price of a normal Mustang.
Sold it for double the price.
Woo!
The Shelby name would forever be tied to the Mustang, and it continues today. In 1967, the Mustang got a major facelift with the introduction of the new fastback. Sure, the fastback had been an option since 65, but the updated 67 design was an instant classic. The sweeping lines of the new model were the perfect mix of American aggression and sex appeal, just like me. The grille had a bigger opening, like a shark waiting to strike. The taillights were now concave, and the fastback reached all the way to the back. It was a revelation, and it still stands out as one of the best-looking American cars ever. The legacy of cool was cemented in 1968 with the release of Bullitt, starring the coolest guy in the world,
Steve McQueen.
Bullitt features an iconic car chase.
I'm pretty sure if I remember this correctly, somebody was trying to sell that car on Pawn Stars for a lot of money. They couldn't make a deal, if I remember correctly, but yeah, they were saying the car was driven by him, and yeah, it was on one of the Pawn Star episodes. But that's where I remember this car from. And yeah, they couldn't strike a deal. Sad.
68 Charger and a 68 Mustang driven by McQueen through the streets of San Francisco. Steve McQueen did a fair amount of his own driving for the scene, as he was an accomplished driver. You can actually tell when he's driving by looking at the rearview mirror in the shot. If it's down, Steve's driving. If it's up, it's one of his stunt drivers. So now it's
okay, I didn't know that.
And the American muscle craze is in full swing. Ford's rivals are swinging for the fences with their new designs. The Camaro, the Charger, the AMC Javelin are all giving the Mustang a run for its money. So what does Ford do? They go supersonic.
Vroom, vroom.
The Mach 1, an absolute showstopper, featuring a matte black hood, front splitter, hood pins, and the crown jewel, a 428 cubic inch race engine known as the Cobra Jet. Cobra Jet, poisonous snake, and jet. If you wanted the ultimate racing machine,
play on words.
Covered. Well, Ford was updating the Mustang with the new and interesting looks. Gas became expensive. Nobody wanted to buy cars with giant engines anymore. They simply couldn't afford to fill them up. So what did Ford do?
That's me right now, dude. Like, gas prices have still gone up, dude, and I still can't like fill up my car without going broke, dude. It's crazy how much it costs to fill your car up, man. It don't even matter. It's like you gotta buy one of those crappy small cars, dude, to be able to go around. And even then, like, you might as well just go biking. And even then you can't go biking because everything is very far away, dude. Like, in the US, dude, it's a necessity to have a car, dude, because everything's so far away, dude. Back in the day when I used to live in Japan, dude, everything was very, very close. So it's like you really didn't need a car in Japan because everything was so conveniently close to you. But here in the US, dude, the US is massive. It's a big, big country, bro. So if you don't have a car or any form of transportation, you're not going to do too much here in the US, bro. And it's very, very hard to, find a house near everything. So a car is a necessity in the US.
A, discontinue the Mustang line until it made sense to bring it back, or B, fundamentally change the Mustang to conform to market trends until it was no longer recognizable and sullied its good name in the process. B. They went with B. The new Mustang, now called the Mustang 2, shared 0 components with the previous models. The Mustang 2, its sister car was the Pinto. The Pinto, man.
The Pinto.
The Pinto, dude. The Ford. In 1974, the Mustang was not available with a V8 option.
Great car, by the way.
Consumers could choose between an inline-4 and a V6, neither of which made any power.
No!
However, this didn't stop the Mustang 2 from leaving the dealership. Ford sold nearly 300,000 Mustang 2s that year, making it the 6th best-selling Mustang ever.
Yeah.
For the rest of the 70s, Ford tacked on aesthetic upgrades to the Mustang and even offered a Cobra package in honor of the original Shelby Cobra. But these were nothing more than appearance packages. Ford updated the Mustang yet again in the early 80s with their new Fox unibody chassis. And they even experimented with turbocharged engine arrangements, but sales were slumping. Ford proposed replacing the Mustang with a front-wheel drive design they had borrowed from Mazda. Mustang fans flooded Ford with letters in protest, demanding that the Mustang alive. Ford responded by keeping the original parts.
No Mazda parts.
The new car, the Probe. 1987 saw a renewed and refreshed Mustang. The 302 cubic inch or 5-liter engine got new forged aluminum pistons and some bitchin' new cylinder heads, which made it great for modifications. The Mustang was back. The 5.0 Fox body is still a solid choice for anyone looking for a great project car. There's a huge aftermarket and you can build a Fox body for nearly any need. You want to go drag racing? Cool. Drifting? It can do it. Just want to tear up the canyon? The Fox body is for you. The 90s arrived, and so did the Fresh Prince and the SN95 body style. It was rounder and sportier looking than the previous gen. Starting in 1996, the Mustang was no longer offered with the 302 Windsor, the motor that in many different configurations had powered the Mustang since 1967. Rest in peace, Windsor.
Goodbye.
This is the Mustang that I remember from high school. They're okay. SN95 was slower, looked like an amoeba, dickheads drove them. If you were a girl in 1996
dickheads drove them. Kind of accurate, dude. That is accurate. The only ones that did have those cars were freaking bumholes.
rich parents, they probably bought you a convertible V6 SN95 for graduation in teal. I still remember Brittany. Next up was the new Edge redesign in 1999. It had some really cool versions. Both the SVT Cobra and the Terminator had supercharged engines and independent rear suspension, and the SVT Cobra had a giant wing and is gonna be a definite collector's car. The new 2005 Mustang looked like the old Mustang. Yes! The new S197
Let's
design
go!
was a direct evolution of the iconic Mustang lines.
That's so
of the
nice.
60s. You might be a little numb to them now because these Mustangs are everywhere, but when it debuted, everyone agreed that this was a great looking car. The
Oh, yeah, I
throwback
like it.
styling was a huge success, setting off a retro trend in the auto industry for years to come. Chevy and Dodge responded with retro designs of their own, and they've all sold really, really well.
Yep.
The updated 4.6 liter engine now made 310 horsepower. And for the first time in Mustang's history, the S197 was its own platform. It only shared random parts with a Lincoln, which is like a nice Ford, so who cares? In
Win-win.
2010, Ford updated the Mustang again with refreshed body panels, giving it a new look. The next year, Ford unveiled the new but familiar 5-liter Coyote V8 to replace the old engine. The Coyote produced 412 horsepower and 390 foot-pounds of torque from the factory, all for around $30,000. It went around the Nürburgring faster than an M3. The Germans were not happy. 2013 saw Carroll Shelby's swan song, his final GT500. Mr. Shelby passed away in 2012, but he gave design input on this car in his final years, like the true gearhead he was. The GT500 made
What a legend.
662 horsepower and had a top speed of 202 miles an hour. Nowadays, when people think about monster horsepower from the factory, they usually bring up the SRT Hellcat, but Shelby did it first. The latest redesign came in 2015. Now the Mustang is a little wider and a little lower. You'll be hard pressed to find a better looking car for the money. Damn! And even though it's starting to look a little curvy again, the look is undeniably Mustang. And one more thing, independent rear suspension's back, baby. Yes, Ford decided the world was ready for a great handling Mustang. Welcome to the 21st century, Ford. It could be argued that we are experiencing a renaissance of affordable power, and we have the Mustang to thank for a lot of that. We don't even blink when a new car makes 300 horsepower. When 15 years ago, that would be pretty impressive. Now you can buy an American car with 4 seats that gets 30 miles a gallon and sounds like this.
Yep.
All for around 30 grand. That's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yeah, that is.
Mustang created its own class. And chances are, if there's a car that you love, it's great because at one point it had to compete with a Mustang. And with strong rumors of hybrid and even EV Mustangs in development, you can rest assured that Ford's Mustang will be setting the bar for years to come. This is everything you need to know to get up to speed on the Ford Mustang. The Mustang has such a history that we're gonna have to do.
Wow, so there you go, yeah. The Ford Mustang, bro, one of the most iconic cars in American history. Most of the cars had to compete with Mustang. And yeah, dude, it's insane, dude. And yeah, dude, cars have gotten really fast to the point where, like, he was saying kind of like 300 horsepower is really, like, it's impressive, but cars have gotten super fast where it's like, wow, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but I got my car, which is more than that, you know what I mean? So yeah, cars are an art, bro. They really are an art. So like you know, You make them, they get better and better and better. Well, depending on the company, because some companies still haven't gotten to that point. But from what I've seen, most of the times they have improved. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing that sucks is like all these new electric cars. Because I don't know, I've seen like a lot of people have trouble with electric cars. And it's just like, man, and we're trying to go into electric, so it's like, goodness gracious, I don't even know how to feel about that. But yeah, cars have really changed over the years, and yeah. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys end up enjoying, you guys know what to do. Go show support to the original channel, you guys, the original videos down below. Without any further ado, I shall see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.